today getting that out of the way, today we have such a special service. It's obviously Christmas. It's obviously a special day in everybody's heart around the world. But in the last 2 days, there has been something that has been really massive, especially in Asia, okay? And today we have with us Mrs. Kang Han Shil, who Father referred to as the Unification Church Mother, okay? Tongil Hong Nami. That means Unification Church Mother. So the mother really of the church. This is, in the title you'll see, that's why you'll see that name in parentheses, because Father would refer to Mrs. Kang as the Unification Church Mother. Okay? Now, we know obviously the Queen is in the true mother position. She is in the mother position, the Eve position. So we're not saying obviously that Mrs. Kang is true mother. My wife has to fulfill that role and fulfill the three kingships. But at the same time, Mrs. Kang Han Shil is a legendary figure. Legendary figure. Okay? She is, and Mr. Reverend Lee will come and give a brief introduction or an introduction about her. But she is literally Father's first disciple in South Korea. She is literally, one of the grandmothers of the church. Okay, worldwide. She is part of Father's historical providence, his story. She's part of the autobiography, everything. She is the first disciple when Father was in South Korea, in the cardboard hut. How many see that cardboard hut? Father was preaching in that cardboard hut, and she was a Christian evangelist studying at the university or whatever. She'll give more details on that. They'll give more details on that. But she came to witness to him, to convert him. And of course, you can't convert the Lord, so he converted her. All right? So, good luck trying that one. But she is a legendary figure, okay? Now, she has been blessed under Father's authority. I don't know the exact date, but it's been about a year. So she knew going into this about a year ago that the Han Mother was speaking heresies. And Family Fed has become a heretical organization that is serving Satan, because anything that is opposite from God is serving Satan. So it has become a heretical organization. The Family Fed people have become heretics, even though they don't feel that way. They don't know that. They're following a heretical line, okay? And with the Han Mother coming out and saying all the things that she did in her testimony, I'm sure she'll share more about her being the only begotten daughter, or born sinless, and Father was born sinful, and she started her providence before Father because she started in the womb at 43, and Father started at 45, so she's actually the senior to Father. All this insanity, okay? She heard it with her own ears because she lives right on the foothills of the palace in Korea at the Silver Town, where Father prepared places and residences for his earliest disciples. Okay, so that's where she was living. It was literally like shooting a James Bond 007 movie for her to flee that place. Okay, she was planning to come on the 31st, but anyways, a whole scenario of things. I'm sure they'll explain. If they don't, I'll give you more details afterwards. But it was like literally, she was fleeing the country. Okay, and so we got her tickets. They got her tickets on the Korean side. They got her here. Rushed, here. All the doctor says she shouldn't be flying, etc. She didn't listen to them. She said, I'm going to die going. And she came on, what day did she come? She come on Wednesday or something? Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? Tim. She came on Wednesday. And she was so exhausted from traveling. She's 90 years old. Okay, she met Father when she was like 26 years old. Father was 32. Think about that. I mean, she is, in terms of the church, she is a legendary figure in this church, in the history of the church. Now, for the last 2 days, she previously had sent me, because I told her now is the time, I'm no longer going to wait. And there's other people also on the line, but I said I'm no longer going to wait, okay? So either you come up publicly or you will be exposed, okay? And so as soon as she got that order, immediately she sent us her letter, and we held that until we were waiting until the entrance of the palace ceremony. Okay, so, but all these ordeals happened, and anyways, they try to get her, and all this kind of craziness happened. She had to flee, and all, so the plan to release it at the entrance of the palace ceremony was pushed, a couple of days in advance. Okay, a week in advance or so. And so for the last 2 days, her testimony that she has written by hand has gone out onto the internet. It's been publicized, and what is it, in 1 or 2 days? Over 4,000 people have seen it. There is massive panic mode amongst the family-fed heretics. Massive panic mode. Because you have literally, you understand, she's senior to the Han Mother. Way senior. She was way early disciple. Okay? So she is before 36 couples. You guys heard a lot about 36 couples, right? She is senior to 36 couples. You understand? So, like in terms of the actual disciples, she is literally probably amongst the living. She's probably the highest level disciple of True Father. Okay, and she is a woman of God. She's repented for her sin. That she had to, we had a whole meeting with her, and when she first came, and the Spirit of Father came down, and he let it out, And that's an unfortunate thing about my job. Sometimes I have to chastise people, but I don't do it because I hate them or because I'm angry with them. It's just the nature of the Father. Okay, and she came knowing that she would be targeted and that she would be persecuted worldwide. Of course, they're going to say she's senile and she's 90 years old and she's et cetera, et cetera. Of course, they're going to say that's so obvious. It's like what Hillary says about Donald Trump. But when it's just so obvious, okay, it's the same stupid rhetoric. Of course, they're going to say she's senile and she can't think for herself. And that's the last 2 days where the internet letter went up. They're saying, oh, that's a forged document. That's not real. That's not really her. Regardless, the truth is the truth. Today she's here to speak her heart and to share her amazing testimony. Okay, this takes us way back to the cardboard hut. All right. Am I forgetting something? Reverend Lee and the whole Korean church have been praying because there was such an emergency to even get her here. So I want to give a big round of applause for the Korean church and all the brothers and sisters there who made it happen. They got her out of the country. People were filing suits. They were trying to file suits that, they kidnapped her or whatever. But it came out very clear that she is, of her own will, of her own volition, standing up for True Father. Okay. If I'm not forgetting anything else, I'd like to ask Reverend...